Hello Sagittarius, Ashley here. We're going to do your forecast for May 2022, looking at a strength. So we have a harvest coming in here, so we like that. We're going to look at a challenge, and we have the bobcat. It says life is a mystery. So it could be difficult this month to see how things are going to come together. However, it does look like they are coming together. And then the potential outcome, we have Earth Magic, and it is a number 1 card here. So it reminds me of like the Ace of Pentacles. It could be a new start, an offer showing up, something that's finally coming to fruition. Some sort of manifestation coming in for you. So looking good so far. We're going to pull some tarot, clarify, and try and get as many details as we can. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, share this with another Sagittarius. Any activity that you put into the channel helps the channel to grow, helps the algorithm, and therefore helps me. So I appreciate your time. Glad you are here. Make sure you check out your other placements if I didn't already say that, because this is just a general theme, and obviously you've got more than one thing going on in a month's time, right? So, see what this is about, Sagittarius. And 44 and 8, so we've got 8 and 8 here. We have the 9 of Cups, yeah, wish fulfillment coming in here. 9 of Swords, and the 8 of Wands. 2 of Pentacles. Something you've been working on. The Hanged Man, the Page of Wands, Ace of Swords, yeah, breakthrough. Could be happening in the work arena of your life. 9 of Wands, and the Fool. So definitely some sort of new opportunity coming in as a result of the month itself. Could be getting some really positive news here about an opportunity. It does feel like you've maybe been working on this for a while. There could be a situation here where you thought it was never going to show up, or you weren't sure how it was exactly going to work out. But I do feel like there's some kind of breakthrough that happens, and you're able to you receive a blessing here. Something, again, I do feel like you've been working towards this for some time. Maybe just having faith that it was going to pan out because maybe you didn't have all the details. We have 999, 888, so lots of synchronicity here. Bottom of the deck, we have the World, 6 of Swords, the High Priestess, Knight of Swords, 6 of Wands, 10 of Swords. So it does feel like there's been some uncertainty here, but we're moving into this like victory. We're coming to some sort of victory here. With the World card, there's some sort of lesson completing, cycle completing here. But typically on the World card, she's stepping through a giant victory wreath. And we did have that 6 of Wands, and you can see he's carrying that wreath on his wand. So there's victory coming in here. Who doesn't like victory? All right, let's dive in and get some details as to how this is going to show up. I think really the harvest here is almost dependent on you not giving up just yet. So if you're getting to a point where you're just like really getting tired, you're sick of worrying about something, and you just feel like giving up, don't give up just yet, because I feel like the success, the breakthrough is like just a little bit further down the road here. So let's see, what's the wish fulfillment here with this Nine of Cups? We have the Eight of Cups and the Emperor. So there's definitely been a journey involved here. Could actually be a physical journey. This more so feels like at some point in the past, you might have walked away from something that was emotionally dissatisfying. Could have been a job, could have been a person, but you essentially kind of took charge here. And this could even be, for some of you, a business venture that you decided to launch, and you've been working on it, and feeling like it's never going to have its moment of success, like that burst of activity that kind of gets it up and off the ground and running. But it's coming in. It's coming in here. So, Two of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Wands. And the Hanged Man. Again, we've got this Hanged Man here twice. So you could certainly be dealing with a Pisces. But what I actually feel like is some of you have been waiting, for sure, for this victory to happen. Some of you have also been waiting for someone to get it together and make a choice about something. Somebody who's kind of been in and out, maybe doing some juggling here. But it could be that you had to remove yourself from that situation in order to find a better relationship elsewhere. Let's look at this Ace of Swords. Nine of Pentacles. I like that. And the Page of Pentacles. So I do feel like there's some sort of breakthrough here, some harvest. The Nine of Pentacles, that is finances looking really good, right? You're bringing in more than you need, so you're able to save, you're able to treat yourself, you're able to, spend some of your money on things that are for pleasure, right? You're independent, you're self-sustaining, you're capable of handling your business, right? So for some of you, if this is a business, the harvest is coming in, so don't quit. If this is something like a job that you've been seeking, where you've been wanting something just emotionally more satisfying, perhaps you worked for a boss in the past that was just hyper controlling. I do see that harvest coming in as well, so you could be getting some communication or a job offer showing up here. And there may have been some uncertainty along the path, of course, right? If this is love, it feels to me like this feminine here has decided to cut out a masculine that was very much in an immature energy. And as soon as you decided that you deserved something more and you cut this person out and you kind of went on this unknown journey to maybe find your divine masculine, that is showing up as well. So a lot of good harvest coming in here, regardless of what aspect of life we're talking about. Let's look at this challenge, however, because there's just some uncertainty here. It says life is a mystery. We have the Nine of Swords, the Hanged Man, and the Nine of Wands. There's been a lot of perseverance here, but there's just maybe not been any evidence of things moving in the right direction, right? You've had to rely on your intuition here. You've had to just trust that things were going to get better. And also, with the Hanged Man showing up here in your strength, some of you have really had to deal with some sort of flaky energy, whether this was a person or maybe it was just like one day you were really positive and the next day you were really down in the dumps. So it could feel like either your emotions or someone else's behavior was just really kind of all over the place and hard to trust, right? Let's look at this Nine of Swords. What's all this stress about? We have the Page of Swords, not knowing the answers, maybe not having all the info. Yeah, Nine of Swords. There could be some communication that shows up in May that sort of makes you doubt if this dream's going to happen, right? So there could be some communication that comes in that's maybe not super positive news. If that happens, it does feel like there's going to be something else that comes in and trumps that. So if there's something that falls through, the next thing that shows up is actually better, I feel like. So let's look at this Hanged Man. We have the Knight of Swords. So we've been waiting on communication, decision making, truth, this breakthrough. And we've been in our heads about it too. So this waiting has actually been the worst part. And of course that's always the case, right? Because when we're stuck and we're waiting, you see all these swords here? We get into the head immediately. Like that's what happens when we have this time on pause and we're waiting for something to take place. The mind just starts racing. So there could be some of that in May where you're just kind of finding that you get a little stuck in your head, a little into your fears, and maybe even some negative talk, negative self-talk, or just like a very pessimistic perspective could be something that tries to take over. Let's look at this Nine of Wands, Five of Cups. It's because you don't want to be disappointed, right? I mean, who does? And Judgment. Now, some of you, if this is talking about like a lover, excuse me, you've been disappointed in the past, and it could be that this player you've maybe had in your field here has been juggling and been very indecisive, and you're really worried they're just going to let you down again, right? And it feels to me like that might be the thing that sort of spurs you to walk away from the situation, seeking something better, and then it shows up. So, but you do need, what I want to say here is to have some trust. That's come up a lot for May already in the fire signs, is having faith, having trust that things will work out. So that's been common for the fire signs so far. Also, don't call it off just yet. Don't quit on whatever it is that you've been working towards, because it's almost here, right? So it's like it's just over this next hill. Is kind of what it feels like. So the potential outcome is this new opportunity. We have the Page of Wands, the Fool, the Eight of Wands. There's communication, there's movement, there's good news. There's a door that's being opened, and it's exciting. Let's look at this Eight of Wands. Something finally moves after you've been in this hangman energy, right? And there's celebration. Yep. And Two of Swords. Why the Two of Swords? Ten of Swords. So this mental torture is coming to an end, thank goodness, right? I also feel like if you've been dealing with someone that has been juggling or has been indecisive about you, you're nipping that in the bud here. And that it either comes, I feel like it comes after you find this good news out, really. It's like you get such good news, you're like, I don't have to deal with you no more, right? Now, for some, that could be the opposite way around. Some of you might be kind of cutting something out that has been unstable, and that's how you get to this this celebration, this incoming good news. Let's look at the Page of Wands. The Two of Wands. There could be more than one offer coming in here, or there's some sort of decision associated with May. Two of Pentacles, Two of Swords, Two of Wands, and now we have the Empress here. Remember, we had the Emperor here, so it does look like it's going to come down to the feminine here deciding on perhaps a masculine. Could be an opportunity, a job opportunity as well, but there's prosperity showing up here. And I also feel like it's going to kind of provide some hindsight, of course, as to how the choices you've made leading up to this point, your decision not to give up, right, on yourself, even if you couldn't see the path ahead, that's what gets you this success. So if I'm doing this reading for a feminine out there, there's two masculines here. One that is mature and one that is not. So it does look like in order to make space for this divine masculine to come in, there will need to be a shift in your own perspective in how you deal with and perhaps cut out this more immature energy. With the Fool, this new beginning, we have the Four of Cups and the Lover. So yes, there's a choice here. There's a choice here, and it's been hovering around. I feel like you actually have been using your intuition here, that faith, that trust, right, to kind of get you through, and the thing that you kind of deep down thought was coming is arriving here. It's a big soulmate connection. It's also been your higher self speaking to you, right? That intuitive nudge has been your higher self saying, this is the best way, even if it doesn't feel comfortable right now. You know, the Lover's card used to be called the Choice here, and there's clearly some choices to be made coming in. So prepare yourself for that, and prepare for the fact that it's like the longer you wait to make the choice, the more stressed you're going to get, just so you know. I like this though. A lot of prosperity coming in, and a harvest that you've been working for, hoping for, waiting for some time here. So I hope that was helpful, Sagittarius, and I hope to see you next week. We'll get into the weeklies. Again, check your other placements for any additional themes here. But just keep in mind that overall the theme, the big high-level theme for this month, I really feel like is personal mastery. Like, can you have faith in yourself to make the right choices? Can you have faith in yourself to follow your gut instinct here rather than doubt yourself? And if you're able to trust in your own truth, I feel like it's going to lead you in a really good direction. I'll see you next time. Bye.